and of course, plus the real estate sector. How's it been over the years?
Okay, thank you very much, Sashi. The FM industry, so I'll start from our business, um, expand out and dive into real estate. In 2012, we saw that the industry, the industry is going to change. At that time, 2012, at that time we saw two things. One is that major FM and real estate companies were looking at Africa. And the reason why they were looking at Africa is that their partners, their clients, are looking at a one-source company model, where they have a vendor who is based in Europe or America and covers the whole world for them. So the major players started looking at how do we play in Africa, what kind of structure. And knowing that a lot of European American companies are always afraid of Africa, the natural thing for them was to think about partnerships. We have a structured organization in Africa that we can work with, that will help us to cover the kind of business and develop at the level that our client expects and our own operations. Before then, some companies already tried of some African countries with a view of doing that, and more were looking at Africa. The second thing that happened then was that clients globally were also changing the way they manage real estate. It used to be a two-part process where there is a property manager and there's a facility manager. Companies are thinking about consolidated position, where both functions are put under one umbrella, one organization, one individual. And that within a company of 14 or 15, even led some companies, global organizations, to scrap and outsource completely their real estate direction function to a global company. We believe that we want to focus on our own business. We want to have disgruntled employees who cannot make progress within the business. We are not a real estate company. You have a real estate director. You cannot be a CFO. You cannot be a marketing director. You cannot be MD. You will end up being a real estate director. For how long is you going to sit? As well as what is his future for? So those are changes and those changes create opportunities. And as the industry expands and evolves, it made our business to take a decision in 2012 and 2014 on the two. One is that we want to be a Pan-African company where we can be the one-stop shop for any company coming into Africa to partner with, offer FM service across Africa. Second is to be a real estate service company rather than just an FM company. In 2014, when we were doing a name change, we changed our name to Global Property and Facilities International, having in mind the two legs of the business. That was part of the reasons that led to the creation of our name at that time. Because we understand what were changing, those two changes were critical or important. And we also saw between the same 2012 and 2014, major companies were consolidating. Major managers abroad, those who feel like they don't have capacity in FM, who are very strong in property, started acquiring FM companies globally to strengthen because as the market says, we don't want to deal with two people. Before we're dealing with two companies, this and that, but now we want to deal with you. So you need to go and develop your capacity. And so instead of waiting to develop, we're acquiring and strengthening their capacity and competence on both sides. And that happened globally. Major companies, we used to have like 5 major real estate firms. Now there are only 3 of them remaining globally. And those 3 are constantly strengthening and expanding. And the same discussion about Africa. The 3 of them are also looking at Africa. What do we do in terms of the structure we want to put in Africa, in terms of the partnerships? And you have seen that also happen in Africa. 2 of the 3 majors have created strong partnerships in Africa with companies they feel can help them deliver service across the continent. I used to set an example of an article I read on LinkedIn several years ago, probably 2013, 14, where very challenged actually said that correctly that there is no single source vendor in Africa. If you're looking to our source FM in Africa, you're not going to find anybody. So those are some of the things that drove our business expansion project across Africa. So coming to global, and at the same period, we decided two things. As I said, decided to expand our business across Africa. Second is to also expand our offering. And in doing that, we changed our model from just being a facility management company to a real estate service company. Because what it means is that as a real estate service company, you are focused on everything that either you're an investor, you're a user, or a developer that require in the building. So if you're a multinational operating in Nigeria, you don't own the building. You're just a tenant in a 1,000 square meter office or 300 square meter office. You only need services for employees within the office, from reception to hospitality, to mailroom management, to air conditioning. Even air conditioning may not be your headache. The landlord worries about that. Generator is not your headache. The landlord worries about that. Security is not your headache. In the recent, the landlord worries about that. So, but you need other services to be provided. So, who does that? So that's the way we position ourselves to offer all the services you require within your office space, rather than just focus on just facilities. Because in research, people always think personal is just the technical component of managing building now. So you're also an investor. You have a building or a project you want to invest. We also offer advisory. What kind of building should you build? What kind of where if you build it, or should you target? We have a lot of engagement with a lot of investors who are interested. Took our advice, some who didn't also have problems, came back and said, yeah, should have listened to you. Some who after they ran into troubled waters, we come back and said, okay, so where else can we go? Now that we have money stuck here, we still want to invest, So those are kind of things that we do as a business. Expanding across Africa, our model also was, as I said, to create a pan-African organization that can offer world-class FM service, because development of FM in Africa is still relatively at a lower pace. Very few, probably 4 countries in Africa that are very strong with FM: Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt, basically, and probably Ghana partially. But most of the other countries, there are no structures, there are no trained FMs. So part of the things we started doing is also develop people across Africa. We've done trainings in more than 5 countries, free of charge trainings, actually create awareness about FM, develop competence and capability, get people interested in what Fast Amendment is all about, and that also creates 2 things for you as a business. One, it gives you an opportunity to find people to employ in future businesses too. They can also be on the side of the client and looking for service providers. So it gives an opportunity for them to call upon you and say, yeah, we want to do business with you. So those are things we've done on the international level. The other thing we've done as a business, looking at what's happening in the market and how we should respond, is to develop capacity for, in the past, 4 years ago, we were thinking of starting a technical training scheme because of our challenges of finding the right technician in our market. And we told ourselves, okay, let's set up an academy, which we did. But in the process of doing that, we had, I refer to Honorable Minister of Housing's presentation to the FM industry 3 years ago, where he challenged us to create a maintenance industry rather than people talking about culture. Most times they will say, well, there's no maintenance culture. Maintenance, people will remain in facility management or maintenance if they see they'll make money. Studies have shown that more than 20 to 30% of people who ride Okada or Keke today were other trained technicians who don't get paid well for what we're doing. They go find something else to do. So we changed our model from just training technicians to training entrepreneurs, technical entrepreneurs. Throughout last year, we did 10 people to start. And the idea is to train them to to become service providers to the industry. We'll train them, empower them, provide them equipment, provide them register a business, and find them jobs. So that a typical, AC technician who comes to your house to service your AC, you pay him 500 naira. Because just first thing you calculate is transport. Then you say, okay, let me give you some more money on the transport. But if you see value in what you can do, if I come to your house as a service provider to do the same job, you probably pay me 2,000 or 1,800, but that's the other guy paying 5. So we want to develop guys who can charge you 1,2 and be able to survive and believe that there's opportunity for them to grow. So we're doing capacity building, not just to train them, but also help them essential skills, business, marketing, accounting, find them tools, help them find a van. If you go abroad, which you do regularly, you find a lot of guys with a ladder on their vehicles, small vans all over the place driving around. I did a short study in my last trip to South Africa. Out of every 10 vehicles, 6 of them are maintenance vehicles. Out of every 10. I did a part of the street, major street, and I monitor for 1 hour. You see Soso, Kinikon, maintenance, flower, anything, gardening, plumbing, electrical. Small van with 1 ladder on top. And that's kind of thing we want to create Nigeria as a business. Our desire is to be able to expand it beyond. We just started last year. I want to be able to create as many so around, the streets. You see guys driving their van around, they call away. They can respond to you quickly for plumbing fix, air conditioning fix, and make money, make a living, and expand. Have 1 or 2 people work for them, and so those are the things we're doing as a business. We don't call it social enterprise alone because we believe that as a responsible organization, it's important for you to contribute to the growth of your economy. The second thing on our side, that we're doing on our side, is that we joined an organization called UN Global Compact. It's a group of companies globally, all the major corporations in the world who are, sign up on the UN SDGs, achieve the UN SDGs. Our focus for us as a business is sustainability and water conservation. Because as an industry, those are 2 key components that will consume a lot. We consume a lot of water for maintenance, running the buildings, powering air conditioning, we're maintaining the building. We also generate a lot of energy. If we focus on sustainability, we can reduce greenhouse emissions. Apart from all the other things that are expected of us as a company, we ensure that we're a responsible organization. We hire the right people, train them, support them. We don't have underage. We don't support corruption. We do things that are in line.